Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, we real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, so dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo as they cook my game plan. Let my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the link Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's hair space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yo, what's good, everybody? What's going on, man? Tonight, Knicks real talk. Post game, man. We're gonna get into it. Talk about the post game tonight. It's post game recap on Knicks real talk. Salute to the chat and everybody, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Salute to my brother Shaw Powell. I'm gonna hold it down tonight for Shaw. Shout out there enjoying himself, hopefully handling this business, man. But I'm gonna hold it down for my co-host, man. We're gonna get into it. But we're gonna get into this game last night. Talk about that exciting, gritty win. The Knicks put on display last night from a defense side of the ball. Then we also gonna talk about a couple of trade things and all that. We're gonna be in all late, but we're gonna get in here and get it popping. But I'm glad to be here, man. 108-97. Knicks come back after 21-point deficit in the first quarter. Close it out the way they needed to close it out, man. Good gritty win for the guys, man. I can't say enough about them guys last night, man. They showed the heart of a lion last night. Real talk, man. So that was just an awesome display of basketball. Not having the great offense numbers, but was able to come there with the defense side of the ball and really get it popping. Salute to the second unit. They had it popping last night, man. Them boys was up in there last night. So overall, man, it was a great win. Randall and Brunson do Randall and Brunson things, but that second unit really did their thing last night, and I think that's what we won that game at per se. So great win to get a W under our belt. What can I say, man? The resilient team, like we always talk about, they were resilient. They came to play last night. They started off kind of sluggish. Settled in after that, man. Then they started working their way into it slowly but surely. The next thing you know, the Cats was in it. They was in it, and they was in it. And like Doc Rivers said, man, the Knicks was playing harder than they was last night. The Knicks was banging last night, man. Shut Joel Embiid down the best they can. Harden couldn't do nothing. Tucker couldn't really get it going. None of them guys, man. Knicks was playing last night, so that was just a great win overall. We needed that one, man. Get ready going to Orlando tomorrow, but that was a big time win last night for New York Knicks, man. Another higher echelon team in the top 5, at least in the East, and they went out there and did what they did, man. So I'm happy about that, man. We just got to move on to the next one. That was gritty, though. That was gritty. No, thanks to ESPN, we couldn't really catch the first quarter, barely the first quarter of it, but once they got together, we got it in there, man. And that's gonna be interesting. What's real interesting about that when we got these guys Friday in Philly. So, it's going to be a really interesting one, man. We got these guys going back in Philly Friday after this Orlando game tomorrow. We play them guys in Philly. So, what a good home win. We needed to win at home. We haven't been playing too well at home. We 500. We're a 500 team at home. Let's put it like that. We hovering around 500 there, man. But we came and played hard. So, what can I say, man? 14 and 15 at home. We need to keep winning. But tomorrow, when we go down to Orlando, it's going to be kind of like a trap game. So, we got to be careful with that, man. And like I said, man, salute to everybody in the chat for coming in, man. Real talk. My man Sean Q, long time no see. Good to see you, Core Mega, Frank, Shooter R1, R14. Salute to you, Will. You know the deal. Knicks fan, let's go. It's Knicks real talk. It's the game recap, man. It's the post game the next day, man. I'm in here, man. Like I said, my partner out there having fun, enjoying himself out there, man. So let's get it moving, man. But overall, last night, I got to say that bench, man. That bench came to play. They really did, man. They came to play real solid, man. I've been playing pretty well the last couple of games. You can see the ramifications from it. We went in a couple of games, man. The Miami game, this game here. So I'm glad to see that Obi and all these guys are getting a rhythm, and not only from a point perspective, just overall rhythm. Period. Deuce was on the loose last night. We pulled the Frenchman off the bench. He dropped in 17 last night. He had a good game last night. So, that was good to see, man. Harkenstein had a good game as well, not from a scoring point perspective, I meant to say, but rebounding, defense. He was doing his thing too, man. So I really was happy with that, man. These Cats was in there getting it done last night against a bona fide opponent, who's sitting up there at the top of the Eastern Conference, man, looking to do what they do. But now this year we 2-1 against Philly. We beat them, on I think the 4th of November, 106-104 in Philly. Then obviously they beat us 119-112. And the last night we did a 108-97. So we do got these guys back on Friday, knowing that we got a season series lead over them. That was pretty interesting, man. So overall, it was a gutsy performance. Couldn't ask for much more from what the team did. And let's hope they can keep it moving, man. And get ready to go down to Orlando tomorrow and try to get this. I mean, this is going to be. I'm gonna tell you, this is a true trap game to me tomorrow. Now, and I say that with the utmost respect for them young boys down there. They got a nice young squad down there in Orlando, man. Them cats got a nice young squad down there. And you got to be careful with Wagner and Bonchero and Cole Anthony going to want to show up against the Knicks. So you can't take this game for granted, man. They still got some young guys and they hungry though. They obviously they're going to be in a lottery, but still they play hard though. That boy Wagner, man, he's the real deal, man. So it's going to be a really interesting game tomorrow. Let's hope we can go down there and get a pop and get some cats, man. And I think we come out to play tomorrow. We play pretty well on the road. We probably be better on the road than somebody at the home. So we over 500 on the road. We pretty much get into it on the road. So, they got to be careful because they're going to be rolling with adrenaline tomorrow. They got, like I said, some young talent down there. Pretty soon they won't be young talent. They'll be all good talent for age-wise. Now, these guys got something going in the future, man. You got Mo Bamba down there, which might be on a block that everybody speak about. So a lot of things going on. We're going to get into a trade thing in a few later on, too. I just want to get in here and rehearse off that game last night. That game last night was lit. The Garden was lit. Cats had it going, man, after that first quarter. And I think they were doing what they did, man. I'm really happy about that. So let's look at some of the things they did last night to give people their flowers and their kudos. I think for the Knicks last night, I keep saying that bench came to play last night, put in a great effort. Deuce McBride, to me, was player of the game between him and Fournier, but I gotta give it to Deuce McBride was in his bag though. I like the way he played last night. He's been getting that rhythm now more than less. So it's starting to pay some dividends for him. But he definitely had it going last night. And I'll show you where he put up and the whole team from that perspective. Excuse me. You look at the Knicks overall last night. They was there, man. Randall, 34 minutes, 8 for 19. He didn't shoot good from deep. Foul tech was good. 9 rebounds, a little under his average. He had 24, though he was a -6. Sims only had, he had 8 points last night. Jericho Sims had 8 points last night. 4 for 6 from the chatting stripe. 7 rebounds. Good job by him. 1 assist, 2 steals. That was good for him, man. Only 1 turnover. He only had 4 for 8 points. We'll take that from him, man, right now. So that's a good game. But even though he was in the minus, that was a good game last night. Jalen Brunson, 39 minutes. Charity strike was pretty decent. He missed 4 from the free throw line. That's crazy. But obviously that 1 and 3 from the 3-point line, that's pretty decent. 6 for 16, could have did a little better than that. But he did throw out 7 assists and 5 rebounds, 1 steal. He was a -6, but I take that compared to he gave us 21 points. I take that from him. Quickly had a pretty much a tough night from a shooting standpoint. Only had 2 for 8, 0 for 3, 1 for 2 from the charity strike, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He definitely wasn't a quickly game like he had a -19 last night. So he had an off night last night, for as we concerned. Quentin Grimes, 30 minutes, 5 from 11, 1 for 5 from downtown. Hopefully he can get that to 2 or 3 out of 5. Foul text, he missed 1. Overall, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. I do want to see him get the numbers up on the assist side. He had 13 points, but -4. That was a decent game. It wasn't bad. He was a -4, got 13 points. So he did help out in that and from that field. And then obviously the bench was where it's at. Obi Toppin, plus 17, only had 4 points, but he had 4 good rebounds, shot the ball well, 1 for 3, 1 for 3 from downtown, 1 for 2 from the charity strike. Harkenstein had a good game to me. Out of a lot of them guys, he had a really good game last night. He only made 1 field goal, but he had 14 rebounds, 10 defense, 4 from the offensive side of the ball, 1 assist, plus 19. He was in his game. He fouled out. He had 6 fouls. He must have fouled out. But he was in his bag last night from a defensive rebound standpoint. He was really not putting it in there last night. But the man of the hour, Deuce McBride, 23 minutes, 3 for 8, 3 for 6 from downtown, 50%, 5 for 6 from the chatty stripe, put in 3 rebounds, 2 assists, no one turnover, plus 34, 14 points. He's one of the major reasons why we won that game. Him and the man I'm about to speak about now, Evan Fournier, forgotten Frenchman, 6 for 11, 5 for 8 from downtown. He was knocking them down. One rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, plus what, 38, plus 28, 17 points. Good job by Evan Fournier last night, man. He really was out there helping, doing what you got to do with next man up, because RJ couldn't get in the building. So I was really happy with his production last night, man. Give Evan Fournier and my man Deuce Bride they flowers. They came to play last night, and you can't say enough about that, man. Them brothers was in there last night, man. So great job by them overall. Just going out there being competitive, knowing that RJ was out, that was down and out, and you couldn't really use his 20 points or whatever he can give you, rebound or whatever. But they next manned up and made it happen. So I really hope these cats continue, keep fighting, keep battling, and don't take this game for granted tomorrow. I think it'll be interesting to see, man. Salute my man Billy the Goat that's in the building, Knicks Nation in the building. Peace to the God, Allah, wives, now, my brother, peace. You know what it is, man. Shooting R14, everybody. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at, man. So like we got to win these next couple of games. About Thursday night, that's when it all go down. Trading deadline, be official. So we're looking to see what's out there, man, in the trading world, man. What do we think is going to happen with the Knicks? We get into all that. But overall, real quick, just a good gutsy performance last night for the Knicks. Defense came to play. They really did, man. So, like I said, we move on to tomorrow, man. And we going down to Orlando, man, see what they can do down there. But it was a really good win, man. I think these cats going to be really, really ready to go when Mitchell Robinson get back. Whether what happened with the Cam Reddish situation, if nothing else but that. Still, I think with Mitchell Robinson getting back and you can find a way to get a piece in there that's come in there and contribute. And you got to get in this credit. We beat these cats like Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett last night. Yeah, real talk. Shy Powell dead on with that shot. That's a great point, man. In Brooklyn, they fall. They got 2 tough games, and we got Brooklyn too. So, what's going to be crazy is that, we got a chance to stay in contention and move up there, man. I like the way this thing going down for the Knicks right now, man. Real talk, man. They can continue doing what they're doing and win some games. Hopefully them cats catch lightning in a bottle after this hard schedule. Continue, still got a hard schedule. I see like it ain't stopping, but they need to catch lightning in the bottle and coming off some quality wins and some losses that should have been wins. Literally, it should have been wins. So I think the Knicks, the last 4 games, man, we lost them overtime to them 2 LA teams, but we had them dudes though. Both teams, we had them. So that makes me feel good, knowing that that these cats they competing real hard. They just missing a couple of key plays down the end of the game, or they're not, how would I say, they're missing. They're not converting. They're not converting on certain plays and everything like that. Excuse me, and it's costing them games at the end of the game. But that defense did come to play tonight, and I think that's what we got to rely on from here on out. We got to rely on that defense, man. We just got to let that defense keep playing. We know these guys can score the ball, but like I said, at not having RJ and my man last night, we still beat Philly. That's impressive to me. Let's say RJ comes back by Friday, and we down in Philly now. We got another body in there that's worthy of it, and get you the ball, get you 20 points. So let's hope they can go on the road. They play good on the road, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we can go on the road and steal us. Well, first we can steal these next 2. Obviously, that game tomorrow gonna be important. We gotta make sure we win these games, and just like the God Allah Wise said and Sharp Powell, yeah, man, we gotta get this from them dudes, man. We gotta take that 6 seed, man. Real talk, that's out for the taking. I think if KD don't come back in the next 2 weeks, I think we're gonna be up there by the 4th or 5th. If KD don't come back in the next 2-3 weeks. And it's gonna be interesting, man. Because listen, they're playing right now against the Clippers. Next 86-83 against the Clippers in the 3rd quarter with 2 minutes left. So I think the Nets gotta be careful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Dinwiddie and the Cat Day Boys, Dorian Smith-Smith would have helped them guys. Dorian Smith would have helped them guys. Excuse me for mess up his name, ladies and gentlemen. But I do think they're gonna help these guys. So I think even though they lost Kyrie from a star perspective, but Dinwiddie can get you points and Finney Smith can D up. So I think that helps. I think that helps them a little bit, man. So let's see if we can get these cats before they get KD back. Because like I said, it's about he'll be back sooner or later, and we just want to make sure that we want them to catch lose as many games as possible without them, and let Miami lose the games that they need to lose. And we just got to keep winning, man. Everything else will take care of itself. So it starts tomorrow down in Orlando. Big trap game tomorrow. But it starts tomorrow again, man. Again, it's a trap game though, and I think the Knicks gotta be careful with that young squad they got down there. A lot of young talent, energy, skill. Like I said, so we can't take that game for granted. Don't overlook them, because the good thing about tomorrow, we win tomorrow, then they got 2 days off until they play Friday. So that would work in their favor too, for people who need to come in ailing bodies, might need a little time to heal here and there. So I do think that these kids, this is an important game tomorrow, man. This is one that we can't allow these cats to come out there and steal it from us. We got to beat them boys and get up out of there and get back to New York and let the Knicks rest up a couple of days. Because we got a lot of tough schedules moving forward, man. But anyway, salute to the chat, man. I know it's light. I know y'all probably heard all the posts you're gonna hear all day long and last night. But you know me, man, because I want to come in and give you cats some of my perspective from the post game last night. For what I seen last night, I just thought it was overall gritty, just straight up gritty. I ain't no other way to say it. They didn't shoot the ball well from anywhere on the floor last night. The Knicks pretty much that defense won that game last night. There was gritty in that area. The Knicks only shot 43% from the field, 33% from downtown, and 71% from the charity stripe. That's a bad night for the Knicks from an offense standpoint, percentage-wise. They missed 11 free throws last night, 71%. And they shot only 12 out of 36 and 34 to 79. And they still won the game by 9. That was a defense effort last night, straight up. I mean, that was the one that I was like, okay, let these cats run amok in the first quarter. They dropped 35. But look what the Knicks defense did to them after that. 18 in the second, 26 in the third, and 18 in the fourth. That was what it was about right there. Cat gave up 35, and after that, shut them down the rest of the way. James Harden couldn't get it going. I think I took a lot of cats out the game last night. PJ Tucker had 10, Harris had 14. Obviously, Embiid is Embiid, 31. He do what he do. 12 from Harden. That's it. Melton Ford, and they benched didn't do nothing. 12 points from Maxey, and that was 2 points from P. Reed, and Milton had 2, and that was it. So great job overall from the Knicks' perspective from a defense standpoint last night. They went in there and did what they had to do. Push nice. You got to get there, my brother, to that game right there. Hopefully it be in our favor. But that'd be a nice one to get to right there. But man, overall, I can't say enough about last night, man. The New York City Gritty Committee. Cats came in there and balled out on the defense side of the ball. And that's where it's at. 97 points. 97 we held them to. That's the Knicks team that I think will get us to the 6th seed. That team that holds people under 108, 107. I think that they could do that the rest of the way going forward. I think the Knicks will be okay. I think they'd be okay. They'd be in the driver's seat, man. They just got to go keep that defense going. But I think that 6th seed, like Allah Wise said earlier in the chat, that 6th seed is there for the taking. Like I said, until Cleveland could prove to me that they can be consistent on the road, and the Nets got to prove that without Kevin Durant, they can sustain what they're doing. And obviously Miami, and we got them 3 more times this year, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's crazy in March. The Miami Heat, we got them 3 times. That's a big march for the Knicks. That could be make a break right there for a season and playoffs, depending on where we at with our record. We got the Miami Heat 3 times. So that's already setting up a playoff type atmosphere next month, man. We got the cats, so it's gonna be crazy, man. But we'll see how it goes, man. I know you guys want to talk about the OG thing and all these trades, so we get into that as well. But right now, let's see what we could do after this, man. We get into the trades in a minute. But if you look at the Knicks in the standings where they at, let's get it up there. You already know what it is. These cats is right there, sitting pretty decent, man. With a couple of bad losses here and there, we still sitting there pretty decent. Obviously we right there, the 7th spot, a half a game behind Miami. So if we could win tomorrow, we'd be tied with them. I think Miami got their next game is against the Pacers. I think it's either not tomorrow, the day after Thursday. It might be Wednesday or Thursday that game is. So the Knicks can take advantage of that tomorrow. If they win that game, we'd be tied with Miami for the 6th spot. Cleveland right there, Miami. The Nets, if the Nets lose tonight, they 21 wins. These cats can lose some games here and there, man. Hawks got a big game coming up. Hopefully they take an L. So we just need to keep winning and let these cats take their little bruises here and there. But the Knicks, like I said, man, we 4-6 in the last 10. We got we 15-11 on the road. That gives me confidence about tomorrow. We won game under 500 on at home. But this right here, I think this fourth and this sixth spot gonna be interesting right here. I think the 4th, 5, and 6 spot gonna be interesting, man, going down the stretch. Like I said, anybody can lose a couple of games, and next thing you know, they be down there to 24 losses opposed to our 26 if we win. So we got to keep winning, man. Keep winning and playing Knicks basketball, and hopefully it can result in some wins and some other team take some L's over there. Then that puts us in a good spot, moving forward. So we had to see how it goes, man. But I'm confident that we get it popping. Like I said, for us, it's pretty simple. Win the game that we're supposed to. We got the Magic tomorrow. Then we got the Sixers Friday. Then that's a back-to-back with the Jazz. That's crazy. We played this in Philly, but we got the Jazz on a back-to-back. Then we got that. That's what I mean. We got that Brooklyn game coming up. We got the Hawks game coming up. We got the Wizards game. So we got a lot of games and we got the Nets again. So it's going to be interesting by March 1st if KD be back by then. But we got the Nets on March 1st, and we got the Nets on February 13th, 4 days after the trading deadline. So it's definitely there for the taking, man. I hope these cats can really go out there and find a streak on. Hopefully by then you'll be getting close to getting Mitchell Robinson back, maybe after the All-Star break and all that good stuff. But I do want to see these cats go out there and make it happen. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm gonna keep it for all the OG fans and everything, and I want them too. I don't think the Knicks might even do nothing that big. I think the Knicks might be happy with just moving Cam Reddish. So let's not be disappointed on Thursday if it don't go down and the Knicks don't do nothing but move Cam Reddish. You might have to be the Knicks might just want to sit like that for the last 36 games. I don't know. I'm just hoping. I hope they can go and achieve something and get somebody who can help this team really help us in the playoffs. That's what I want to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if it don't happen. But I would love to get that man down here, OG and whoever. I know, but I just don't want all the Knicks fans to be disappointed on Thursday if the Knicks don't wind up doing nothing but moving Cam Reddish. And say they wait till the off season to deal with the Fourniers and the Derrick Rose and all these guys. Let's see how this thing pan out. But I would love for them to go get somebody like OG or somebody that's going to help us right now in the playoffs. I'm saying that can and get it popping. But we don't. You're 100% right. As much as we love them, we don't need them. But we do need somebody to help bolster that bench. And right now, I think the Knicks might be looking at. Listen, we're going to try to keep the salary cap thing in place until the end of the season. Then we can wheel and deal. That means now, you got aspirants out there. Derrick Rose is gone. Fournier will have an aspiring, but he got Derrick Rose off the books, Cam Reddish off the books, blah blah blah, so on and so on. And then so I think that might be something we got to keep an eye on and just see where these cats go with it, man. I'm not going to be too disappointed, to say the least. But I'm with you on that one part. Like I'm cool with even if you bring Vanderbilt in, I'm good with that. I mean that because me, defense wins it all, man. That cat can defend with the best of them. Strong, good body. I love to have him. I don't have a problem with that one for sure. Yeah, he can go there, man. Hey, Almighty, I'm gonna tell you, man. Siakam, when I seen him in that bubble that year, man, I was like, he got skills, but I don't know if he built for this over here. When I seen Quentin Grimes push him out the way, and then my man talking about you ain't him, I'm like, damn, you let Quentin Grimes push you out the way like that, Pascal Siakam? I don't know if he built for this over here, man. Because when that bubble, man, when he was in that, when they was in the bubble that year, that cat literally laid an egg, man. I'm like, yo, man, I don't know how you got that money. So we'll see. He's a good player, though. He a good player. But that's interesting, man. Now listen, don't get me wrong. He go down there with Kevin Durant. That's a problem. Real talk, that's a problem. So, and what you brought in from the Utah Jazz with Dinwiddie and what's my man name? Dorian Finney-Smith. You add Siakam with them cats and Royce O'Neal and them, the Nets will be right back in that thing. I think having them cats they got in for Kyrie now still keeps them in there. Really, once Durant get back, So it's crazy, man. It might look like a crazy move with Kyrie, but I think them cats. I like what they did, man. They brought back something. Now they got Royce O'Neal and Finney-Smith who could D like that on the perimeter. That's a pretty good look for the Nets. So we'll see how it goes, but we ain't concerned about them. But I can see him going there. If he do go there, that'd be crazy. It really would. Yeah, man. I was looking at something today, man. I don't know, man. I got a feeling he out. I just got a feeling. he out. I think they're gonna do him just like they did Kevin Knox, send him somewhere this time for some picks. Same thing. I just think that he's going, man. If he not going, that'd be insane. It would be insane, like we always say. So they need to get that boy up out of here, man. Get Cameron somewhere where he can play, and we can get either some cap relief off his expiring deal, or get a player that you could trade with him to help. They said the Cleveland Cavaliers are looking for they willing to do They want Cam Reddish. I think they're talking about C.D. Osman and Dalen Waller. Now the thing with C.D. Osman, I like is he can shoot outside. He's a serviceable defender. He can knock him down. He's shooting a pretty good number from the 3-point area. Actually, C.D. Osman is shooting. So that'd be interesting, man. The cat can go out there and play when he on. So let's see how that go, man. That he just would be a good little, thing to help us with the size and the 3-point shooting to get us into the season. And you get the second round pick back for him. So Osman averaged 9.3 per game, 2 rebounds, 1.5 assists in 21 minutes, shooting 47% from the floor. He's shooting 36.3 from downtown from 3. So that's useful. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, it's useful. If you don't get if you do that deal with Cleveland, and you don't get nothing but that and the second round pick. Awesome. I like his size. I like his game too, man. So if that's all we do. It is what it is. But now listen, KD is leaving, man. I wouldn't doubt that, man. I heard somewhere around it that he cool with the Nets and saying blah blah blah. But Kevin Durant and he got to be out of there, man. He got to be. We got some good pieces over here in New York. Brooklyn Nets, call over here, holler at us. So, you want to get rid of Kevin Durant? We got what you need for sure. So come on, holler at us. We got something to give you now. You put Kevin Durant on the New York Knicks. That's big time with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. What? And Mitchell Robinson at the 5 with a linky KD at the 4, and you can move Randle down the spot, whatever. And man, you got Quentin Grimes, RJ. You got less RJ to deal. I don't know, but you got to move somebody spectacular to get him. So if it's RJ, then you still got Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, Randle, KD, and Mitchell Robinson. We gonna be bound against the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks in the East this year for sure. If you were to pull that off, for sure. But we know that's a pipe dream. But if I was Knicks, I damn sure would be on the phone. Listen. We at the 6th spot, and we should be higher than that with some of the games, the way we lost games this year with the injuries. Can you imagine a healthy New York Knicks team, this team right here with a KD? I'm rolling with that. I done seen the Knicks play Milwaukee. I done seen the Knicks play the Milwaukee Bucks without KD and handle them and play them guards pretty good. We done beat every team in the top 5 damn near. So you put KD on here, we'd be one of them teams you got to beat in the top 5. So anything, that's what I mean. If you're gonna move somebody from the Knicks like an RJ, hypothetically, that's who you move for. You put them together for a play that's gonna, take us over the top. We don't have that dude. Jalen Brunson trying to get there. He's young, but KD with Brunson and Randle, oh my goodness, bro. That's it's hard to beat that, and that's hard to beat. On any given night, one of them 3 cats can just give it to you all night long, all 3 of them. And KD obviously can do it just twice better than what them 2 could do it. So that shit would be crazy, man. New York could be on the cusp of winning a title this year and next year. I think KD on the Knicks with the way we built. Man, listen. So I keep it like that. I know it's all pipe. I'm just speaking that just to say, because somebody, we talked about it, but I ain't got a problem with that, man. You strike with an iron hot, buddy, and you might not never get an opportunity like this here as an organization at this stage where you literally can get a guy like that with Steph Curry being kind of ended this year. You ain't got a lot of competition in with KD on your side with Julius Randle and Brunson. KD ain't Quentin Grimes, and KD ain't no RJ Barrett. You can put them two boys together, and they still ain't KD. There you go. So I think with trade deadline coming, gonna be interesting, man. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna do too much. I think we're gonna kind of, I'm gonna say, circle the wagon a little bit. I think the Cam Reddish might be the biggest move and the only move. I only say the biggest might be the only move we do this trading deadline. And but we do gotta bring somebody back in here at that spot that's gonna really help make us a little bit more stronger moving in toward the end of the season, fight for the 6th spot and beyond. We definitely got to have somebody here who can make us a little stronger, on the team. I like the way Obi and them coming around. They finally come around. So you just need that guy who got a little bit of experience and do that. Here, I hit you with another. If you don't do nothing, trade Cam Reddish for 2 second-round picks. You don't do nothing. Just bring Carmelo Anthony in for the playoffs. Who gives a shit? Bring Carmelo in. If you don't make no trade, you trade Cam Reddish and for some picks only or whatever. I would, and literally it won't hurt the team in no way but make us better because he's that dude. I would look at a veteran guy like Carmelo Anthony, man, for the last half of the season. Let him go out, see, with a bang, or give him another $3 million for next year. I don't care, and let him retire Nick. But I think Carmelo Anthony on this team will help us. I think he just as good as he's his skill set. Him and Emmanuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes. Oh my goodness! I mean, him and Emmanuel Quickly and Deuce McBride, Obi, and Harkenstein when Mitch get back. With a veteran like that, that's legit. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I really would, man. Melo just as good as any other second unit player in the league. I would put it like this here. He is better than just about any second unit player in the league. Put it like that. That'd be a good way to kill two birds with one stone. We're not looking to go to the championship right now this year anyway. So it might be a good thing just to let him come and yeah, you're right, Pud. Let Melo come in here and just do some work and show the appreciation for the Knicks fan base. I think he'd help us more than he'd hurt us. So if you don't do no major moves, then you can always look at that route. Let's say, let's bring Melo back in into the season. We know the man can help us. He done play every player that's playing in the NBA older than these young cats. He done played against and gave him the business. Melo still got game on the offensive side of the ball, man. I like his side that is age, like Pudge Knight said, let him back up Randall. You know what I mean? And they have an experienced guy who can when a young guy start feeling some type of pressure, you got Carmelo Anthony to tell a guy in the second, okay, let's take it easy, blah, blah, blah. This is what this cat gonna do. He gonna do this here. So you almost got a coach on the floor per se. But the cat can still get buckets, man. His last year with the Lakers, he was playing well. The Lakers just didn't have Anthony Davis and cats, but Melo was playing well, had a good year. 13-something a game, coming off the bench, productive. So hey, you never know. You never know. There's many options out there to look upon, man. But hopefully we make something more major than that. To help us really get this thing going. But I don't have a problem with that. For the amount of money he make and what you would give him, what he could do. We need a guy like that, experienced guy like Melo who's been there. I just think it'll be fire, man. The garden will be lit every night. When that cat get off the bench, come out there and knock down some shots, got the nicest footwork in the game, probably for a man his age. That garden will be lit, man. He is, man. Hey, shooter, I think he is, man. I tell you, I'm hoping that if the Knicks don't make nothing major, and that would be a legit pickup for them, and they didn't waste no cap space. So if you move Cam Reddish for a couple of picks, if you don't get nobody, that's if it don't work that way. I would be like, nah, man. Let's get this. I don't know who this man. You ain't coming in with that mess. I don't know. There's somebody acting kind of crazy with this sex crap or whatever it is. Sorry, guys, for the ignorance of that person. But yeah, man, I'm salute to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all up in here, man. Appreciate it. Knicks Real Talk game recap, the post game, man. Divine, my man, Shy Powell's out there enjoying himself, man. I hope everything is good out there, Shy. But yeah, man, I can see us ready to compete in this thing, man. So we just got to go out there and get another piece or two or a good trade to be nice right now to get us to the playoffs. Then we'll reevaluate this thing at the end of the year. So I'm definitely good either way, man. We get OG, that's nice. He definitely makes his team a solid team in the playoff. I think Anunoby get us to the second with the team we got. No question about that. He will definitely get us past us. He gets us into the second round or maybe beyond with that team, with the guys we got down there. So you always got to keep an eye on something like that. Like Frank Montel them say, man, Frank and Almighty Finesse, they've been on that. They've been on that. And I got to give them their flower. Frank been on the OG thing all since this stuff was starting talking about. So Frank, I hope it comes through for the sake of in basketball. You think it's going to really make the Knicks better, and I feel the same way. You can't lose with that, depending on what goes out and what come back in, because we got to take into consideration after next year. We got to see who's going to be here. With Obi going to be here because the money got to come through. It's quickly going to be here because the money got to come through. We got a lot of options, man. Shit, Harkenstein might not even be here next year with that last year on his contract. he could be traded. So the Knicks in a good place. We'll see how it goes. I true indeed, man. I do think a lot wise. He is, man. Real talk. He is a perfect fit for these dudes, man. And you ain't asking him to come out here and be 20, 27, 30-year-old mellow. You ask him to come in here and knock some points down. Get you some buckets. Keep the dog mentality on the second unit, which they already have. I just think it'd be real nice, man. I think it's a win-win for the Knicks organization and the team from a competitive standpoint. I really do. So I'm glad you brought that up. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a big trade. Then we're looking at it, man. I don't know what's else out there with that other than the Vanderbilt and the Malik Beasley. If you can get the Vanderbilt thing for Cam Reddish, that's a good move too. I don't know what Danny Ainge went out there, but if you can get Vanderbilt for Cam Reddish, that's solid. Because Vanderbilt, he's a Tom Thibodeau type of ball player. He can score pretty, a little bit, but his defense is impeccable. So his size is good. I have no problem with Vandal coming to bed, man. If you can get him for Cam Reddish, we just got to make something to fill Cam Reddish spot. That's what it all come down to. If you don't do nothing, somebody got to come in. The Knicks got to bring somebody to come in here and be the backup three. That's it. If you don't do nothing else, then that means that the Cam Reddish number that we wasn't getting all depending what night he was on. But you become a guy here who could take that spot, man, and give you 8 to 10 points, 3 rebounds, whatever. Just fill a void. We don't need the scoring ain't the issue in New York. It ain't never been the issue all season long. We got cats who can get buckets. That ain't never been the issue. The issue for the New York Knicks is defense. So Van like Pudge said, Vandal fit this joint very well, very well. His size, his game, rookie contract, if I'm not mistaken, deal with all the rest of the stuff after the season's over. But yeah, that's a good acquisition because I don't think that you're going to see none of these big creme de la creme cats coming here. But we would love to see, like I said, we'd love to see somebody come in here and boost this thing. Shop Howard said Rose in a second round for Josh Richardson. That's a nice move right there as well. Josh Richardson, good defender, could knock down a 3-ball, pretty decent. Shop Howard. I definitely have a problem with Josh Richardson. Got a little bit of, he come from that Pat Riley era too, because he played down there in Miami with them dudes. I was surprised that they let him go, but then he went out there to Dallas. He was somewhere else too as well. But I like Richardson. I like Richardson. Real talk, Shop Power. That's a good one right there. Yeah, you ain't kidding. He definitely does. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be interesting, man. The next couple of days gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be on our pins and needles. We're on the edge of our seats, 3 or 6 o'clock on Thursday. We're gonna see what the Knicks gonna do unless something happens before then. They got an opportunity to do something. I can definitely tell you that. What they're gonna do, I don't know. Like I said, with a lot of rumors out there, the Knicks don't put too much out there. They're very, very tight knit organization when it comes to leaking information and things like that. They've been pretty tight with that over the last so many years. So maybe a lot of it is probably speculation from other people. Because if you ain't here from the inside of the Knicks organization, then I don't pay too much to it. But because that's part of the thing, that's what gets it really going. But I can see some moves being made. Let's hope the Knicks do the right thing, man, and get us something in here. But I definitely like the I like there you go. That's nice too. Shop Powell said that Rose and he said Cam for Richardson straight up. Yeah, I can see that. What's Richardson's contract? I know at one time he was making around 17, 18. I don't know what he's making now. I can always look it up, but yeah, I definitely can see him here though. You just put him. Listen, him quickly in McBride backcourt from a defense perspective. That wing would be lit. That wing, them boys, Josh Richardson did defend basketball. Man quickly plays good defense. McBride plays good defense. So that is the type of caliber player that fits our system, like I said, and he can shoot the 3-ball when he's on. So, let's see, man. They said, Almighty Finesse says, Simmons, Claxton, and a couple of first rounds for Siakam. That's what the Nets are doing. Give me a thumbs up. You think that's going to happen, Almighty? Do you think that's going to happen, that actual trade? What do you think? Give me a thumbs up. You think it's going to happen? But yeah, man, that's interesting. Like I said, the Nets could reload pretty fast. Yeah, they can reload pretty fast, so they can't sleep on. Sean Mark made some bonehead ones, but he damn sure made some pretty decent ones too. So, he about 50-50 on that with me. Yeah, you're right, L. Lee. With the professor, super my man L. Lee in the building. Yeah, it is, man. It's open, man. We right there. I believe the Knicks is right there. Like I said, if they go into the all season and do what I think they're gonna do, that'd be crazy. And for tonight, if the Nets is blowing up, that's why they need to holler at the Knicks. We got some blow up material for you. We got blow up material for you. Spirans, picks, unprotected picks, unprotected. We got what you need over here in New York, bro. We set. So if you wanna deal with KD like that, bring it on. We got something for you. We got picks. We got space. We got players. Listen, I hope the Knicks ain't sleeping at the wheel. If this was a reality and they really, really, really on the cusp of moving KD, y'all better call them, Brooklyn. You better call Brooklyn. I feel like this here. It'll be if you get KD out of the Knicks right now, like I said earlier, in between the Knicks, the Celtics, and Milwaukee for the Eastern Conference Finals. Book it. Book it. If you get KD here right now this year, it's the Knicks, the Boston Celtics, and the Milwaukee Bucks for the Eastern Conference Finals. Anything after that will be the Clevelands and whoever's. But yeah, man, that's a good one right there, man. I know we done talked about it, but I can't help it when you say that. That's crazy. Oh my God, that boy in the Garden. KD dropping 40, Julius Randle dropping 30, Brunson dropping 30 every now and then, KD dropping 30 on the regular. The way Brunson and Julius Randle playing this year, All-Star. You got 3 All-Stars on your team, to be honest with you. Because I think Jalen Brunson should have been one. So hopefully they let him get in there if they came with Kyrie. That's the case. You got 3 All-Stars in your lineup. KD, Randle, and Brunson in your starting lineup. It's over with. Mitchell Robinson and Quentin Grimes. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. I've been looking for that length in that front court for years. I mean, you put a 6'10", somebody to play with Mitchell Robinson, and KD the perfect one because he's an outside player, so we ain't to worry about him clocking up the paint. Him on the perimeter with Brunson and Randle and Sniper City. You wouldn't even be able to stop them dudes, Joe. I'm telling you. If you had KD, Quentin Grimes, Brunson, and Randle on the perimeter with Mitchell in the middle, ain't no work for that. It just ain't no work for it. It just ain't no work for it. I don't care what team you are. I look at what we did against Kawhi them the other night. We ain't had nothing compared to that. I look at what we did against LeBron them. We don't have nothing compared to that. I look at what we did to all these teams and know that it wouldn't have nothing compared to what you would have with that team right there. Knicks can win that thing. They'll win it. I think they can win it with KD here. Right now, if you want to hear this year, I think the Knicks can win it. Because I've seen where we play teams without a player like that. With banged up players and injuries all season long and peaks and valleys from God, and we still right where we at, and you bring this dude up in here, it's over. Guess it's over. Call it a day. But yeah, man, real talk, man. I just want to get in here with the fan, man. We go about an hour, man, and talk about this good thing that we got going on, man. Great gutsy win last night. Big win last night. Couldn't have for more, man. But it don't get no easier moving forward. But like I said, tomorrow the trap game against Cole Anthony, Bonchero and them guys down there in Orlando. So we got to come in here and don't take this thing for granted, man. And really let these cats know that, y'all nice, but we fighting for something. So we got to see, man. We definitely can go out there and go out there and tomorrow, man, handle our business, man, and get us back to 4 games over 500, which would be nice. So I do like the way things progressing, man. In the next couple of days, we're gonna hear all the chatter, obviously. But I do like the way things going with the Knicks, man. Right now, we winning games that we win, and we losing some close ones, man. That I think we should have won. Like right now, on this home with the Lakers and Clippers, we should have been. I know if I would have, could have, should have, but we should have been 4-0. We should have won 4 of them games. So if we win tomorrow, that's good, man. We can get on a little road, go out of Philly, and Philly gonna come to play Friday. That's why our game tomorrow is so important because we need to win this game. Because we go to Philly, they're gonna be looking for revenge. They're looking like y'all just came and gave us the business in the Garden. So we're gonna look like we're gonna have to try to rectify this thing, man. And I think that it's gonna be an important game tomorrow. So we can't take them cats for granted down there in Orlando. Go down there and get these cats the business, do what you're supposed to do. And try to get up out of here and get you a couple of days rest, man, and go over some tape and game plan to rest the body. This is more about rest body time now, and by then Friday, RJ will be back, unless that illness he had is bigger than we thought it was. But we'll know after Thursday, though. We'll know whatever direction the Knicks will go. But the good thing about it, it's not really over, even if we don't do no trading, because you got the buyout market too. People like John Wall and them cats is out there. I'm not saying I don't want them on the Knicks, but it's a lot of names that might come up on the buyout market. So we don't make a trade the next couple of days or whatever. The buyout market comes available, and there's somebody interested on there. You never know. That's another way you could bolster the team as well. Not only by trading, but the buyout market. So it might be guys that might be bought out. We got to look and see, man. But we got to definitely keep our eyes over our ears to the ground for the next couple of days and couple of hours, man. We'll see what we're going to do. But, listen, man, I think these cats win tomorrow. I really do. I think we'll talk about that on pregame tomorrow. 5:45 later, the game is at 7 o'clock. Next we'll talk. Game day, 5:45. I'll be in the building. My brother Shop Howard will be here in spirit or in the chat. But we be next we'll talk. We be on, man. We be on talking about the game tomorrow against Orlando. Before last night, gutsy win. Deuce, shout out Deuce McBride, Evan Fournier, salute all them guys, man, who came up to play in that second unit. Obi Toppin, Harkenstein, all them guys, man. Frank, give me your percentage of a realization with the OG Anunoby. If you had to pick a percentage at the Knicks where he would go here, what's your percentage? What's the chances? That's all he said. What's the chance he come here? Give me a percentage, whether it's from 10%, 90%, 100%, that you think Anunoby will be able to come a Knick. Your gut feeling, what you really thinking? 50-50? Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that makes a lot of sense right there. I'm about with you on that. It's impossible. Put like this here. If they saying if the Toronto Raptors really trying to go a different direction to get some of this money off the books, and they think they don't want to give Anunoby $100-something million after this contract, then it might be possible. He can be on the move. I do think they don't have enough money to pay him, Gary Trent, Van Vliet, another contract, which is probably going to be roughly around 158, close to 2, probably. And Siakam already making that major money, so I do think they do got to have some cap relief there. I mean, they got to find a way to move some of those contracts. I don't think you're going to be able to pay Anunoby $20-something million or $20 million, then re-up Trent Jr. for $20-something million. Then you re-up Van Vliet for 30-something or 35, 40, if that's what it takes. And you still got Siakam big contract on the books. I don't know I don't see them doing anything to pay them guys. So I think they might have to move somebody. So OG might be that dude if he is. That makes sense because that's a lot of money they're gonna have to dish out, man. You talk about luxury tax, and I don't think Missouri gonna roll like that. So I can see that them cats might get moved. A couple of them cats might get moved. So, OG is a 50-50 to me, or Frank Matos. I think it's very possible if he's out there, dangling him out there. So we'll see, man. It's going to be interesting, man. A lot of moving and shaking will be going down, or we might not get no moving and shaking. I think the domino effect started with the Kyrie trade, though. And that was official. Matter of fact, a couple of hours ago, Shannon Road reported that was an official deal now. So that deal really took place. So I think that's going to kind of, move the ball a little bit. Let's see, man. If we're going to be up in this mix for that stuff. Hopefully we got options. The good thing about it, Knicks got options to do whichever way they decide they want to go. I'm good whatever they do. I'm still good with this, man. Long as we get somebody to play the three, so RJ ain't got to play in the second unit. To get a good three there. And then you know what? We get in the first round and we fight in the first round. And if we get out the first round with the team we got, then that says a lot. You know what I mean? And then after that, if we get knocked out of the second round, we go retool over the summer, come back and get ready to go to the third and get to the fourth round. So I'm hoping that after 2020 we got to the first round. So the next step is to get to the second round. And this year, because we missed out last year, but if we can get to the second round this year, and then even if we lose in the second round, next year they're gonna retool, revamp, and it should be popping. You know what I mean? I think it should be popping. We had to make it happen, man. And I think there's definitely a chance. Yeah, real talk, Ali. You're a shot power 100% on that one. But yeah, man, that's what I want to see these guys do. I want to see these guys take advantage of these next couple of years. We're taking the steps to get to where we got to go. There you go, my man. Could have said it better myself. Nick fan. Let's go incremental, my brother. Salute. Real talk. Just take the incremental steps, like Nick fan. Let's go, said. Like I said, we got to the playoff and the year before. Get there this year. Maybe take a little step. Hopefully, we can get into the second round, and that's that second step. Then the next year, you got the money, you got the assets, you got the infrastructure, whatever. to go get you to the third or the fourth round. The Knicks can pull this thing off in the next couple of years. They do it right because they got the infrastructure. They got the draft picks. They got the inspiring contract. They got the talent. They can make this thing happen. If they do it the right way, in a year or two, the Knicks could be right there. I said, if you get KD now, you beat it this year. That's how close the Knicks are with Jalen Brunson, Randall, and them guys, man. So don't get it twisted. Them cats playing ball now. And like I said, we wouldn't beat the Sixers last night without R.J. Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. And the Sixers are the top 3 in the East. Without Mitchell Robinson and R.J. Barrett, we beat them by 8. And we beat them already this year at the first time of the season. So guys like Philly, we know we could play with them. Maybe it's different in the playoffs, but at least we know that our guys got resilience. They're resilient enough to say, you know what? We catch y'all sleeping. We're going to put it on you. That's what happened last night. After that first quarter, Knicks put it on them boys, man. And so we just got to hope that this thing work out whichever way it may be, and hope that the Kyrie domino effect pay dividends for the New York Knicks. But we'll see. I do think that I'm going to go out on a limb and say after the Cam Reddish should be gone in 2 days. If he don't, then I'll eat crow another time. You know what I mean? But I think Cam Reddish be gone in the next couple of days. Only other one I can think, I want to say Obi, but then again, they can also let that play its way out and don't, but you don't want to let them walk for nothing though. So that's what's interesting. So let me ask you, that's probably one of the goodest one I can really think of. Do you think if the Knicks don't trade Obi Toppin on the trading deadline, do you think they trade him this summer? Or do you think they're going to give him some money? So here goes my 3 options. You either trade him on a deadline or in the off season, or you give him some money. Same thing with Quickly, because he's going to be due just like Obi is. So, do you at the end of the season, do the Knicks trade him, or are they going to look to sign the cats? My gut feeling is that I don't think Obi Toppin is going to be a New York Knicks. Just not because of talent, not because we don't love him, not because none of that. I just think it got a lot to do with the money, what the Knicks trying to do. You can't give Obi Toppin $17 million, $15 million if he ain't playing no defense. That's the same thing I said about Fournier all the time. I know Obi can knock it down, get hot on offense, but if he can't defend, that you put yourself in another situation just like Evan Fournier. We gave Evan Fournier $70-something million, and then it didn't pan out. He ain't got to the playoffs. We got to the playoffs before the year we signed him. So I don't know if the Knicks looking to do contracts like that. You give Obi Toppin $17 million, and the shit don't work out the way it need to. I think that's going to be a problem. But I do think that I think him for me and I hate to say that. I hate even putting Obi name out there like that, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm an Obi guy. I'm just looking at it from a business standpoint. Whatever, if you got to put him in a deal to get somebody bona fide in here, that's what makes me think that. I don't know, and the money. It's the money. RJ's $27 million about to kick in next year. He on his 10 now. Going into next year, RJ now his extension kicks in. So now you got almost $17 million more dollars on the books, or $15 million, whatever you got paid for 4 years, or whatever his money's on the books next year. So yeah, RJ's $10 million now becomes 20-something million. I don't know how you keep Obi and them guys like that. I don't just know how you do it, man. He might have to be the one to take the downfall because RJ's contract kicking in. Because even if you let the $14 million Derrick Rose is gonna be aspiring, that goes to RJ. See, that Derrick Rose money now becomes RJ's money, hypothetically, because he's ready to go up into 20-something million. So you really don't got Derrick Rose cap space because it's gonna go to RJ because he just got extended. So how are you gonna pay Obi and Amanda quickly now? Unless you move Hartenstein, you move obviously when Evan Fournier's $18 million comes off, that's different. Now you got that to play with. You got Hartenstein $8 million to play with. By the time that happens, that's $26 million. Cam Reddish $5 million. That's $31 million. So you'll still have money, but best believe one of them cats won't get signed. That's why I keep looking at Obi like, oh man, I feel for the dude coming to the league behind Randall. Didn't really get to establish himself because you come to the league behind the guy, rightfully so. Need the minutes that he's supposed to get. He's an all-star. So that's the hard part about it. Like, he coming in the league behind an all-star. First year of the league, Randall was an all-star. You know what I mean? And so it's hard to say. That's what makes me think it's Obi Toppin more than a lot of people because he's stuck in a rock between a rock and a hard place. And so I do think they got to either do some willing and dealing because, like I said, we got to remember RJ's extension kicks in next year, so we're gonna lose $15 million just adding to his salary. He's making $10 million this year, and then if it goes up to 25 or whatever it's going up to, that's Derrick Rose contract. And I don't know how the Knicks are gonna keep Obi Toppin. So that's the reason why I said he might get moved at the trade deadline. I think the Knicks, that's the reason why they probably gonna do it, is because they're not gonna be able to pay him, and they don't want to lose him for nothing. So that's one that we can bite the dust on, I think. Yeah, I agree with you, D. Cool. I'm with you on that. I don't think they're gonna do too much. I don't think they're gonna do too much myself. It would have to be out of unless they think they're that close, man. If they Knicks think they're that close, and there's somebody out there other than KD, you never know what the Knicks might do. They think they're that close. Remember that limit 2 years ago now. Look at the Atlanta Hawks. They went up, they beat us. They got to the Western, then into the Eastern Conference Finals, then there with Trae Young and them cats. So you never know. No, you never know. I don't think they're gonna do too much, but you never know. Okay, yep. And I think, Frank, I think his bird right was what? Like, what, the $10 million? Obi Toppin is $10 million. That's still a lot of money. Because I just think they can take that $10 million. I don't know. I'm definitely not shitting on my man Obi Toppin, man. Because I wish they'd find a way to keep him here, but it's just so hard with that Julius Randle spot there, man. It's hard for Obi Toppin the way Julius Randle playing basketball right now in the NBA. I know we might, and Ted's playing all the young guys, he's playing everybody, but because of the type of situation they're in, Jalen Brunson getting buckets, RJ them getting buckets, Randall getting buckets. You can't deny what they're doing. So it's hard for Obi Toppin these guys, man. They ain't got the minutes there in New York. They ain't got a minute for him, man. And I want to see that young man get in the NBA and do some work because he got skills. So either if you move Cam Reddish, okay, and maybe somebody else, then let's see how it goes, Frank. But Frank, if you're right, they keep him. Let's see. But we don't know. I don't know how this thing gonna shake out the next couple of days, man. It's very interesting to me. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's gonna be small lateral movement best. I'm cool with that. I'm good. I'm not really looking for the Knicks to go out there and try to get crazy. I just want them to get that 3 spot filled, that backup 3 spot. If they don't do nothing else for the rest of this player, I like this team, man. This team be battling all the time. These cats got dog and they gritty. They real talk, man. So I'm comfortable with the way the team. And I just think we need to get that 3 in there for RJ. They don't have to play with that second unit a lot to wear him out. He plays well with them. He gets more touches, and stuff like that with Brunson and Randall in the first unit. But he get to be the main guy in that second unit, so it's not bad. When he does it, it's just the amount of minutes they put on this dude, man. So, let's see how it goes, man. I think the Knicks will be okay. I think they'll be okay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not too concerned with the New York Knicks. I like the resiliency of this team. I've been saying it all year. I mean, I could pick 5-6 games right now that definitely we beat ourselves at the last of the game, at the end of the game. Whether it's Chicago game, missing free throws, whether the Mavericks game when Luka Doncic got the rebound and we didn't, whether it was the game we just played recently, against the Lakers when we could have set that ball over to Brunson when Randall had it. Maybe we could have knocked down that shot or whatever. And obviously the one against the Clippers when we let Platoon hit that 3 when I think we could have went another way by fouling somebody or whatever, gave us a better chance. So we lost a couple of games this year that we definitely beat ourselves, and the team didn't beat us. So the that's the Lakers one what I'm really talking about, man. So then you look at earlier this season, we lost game, but at the same time, look at this here too, ladies and gentlemen. No Mitchell Robinson twice this year. We lost RJ for a minute. We lost Brunson for a minute. And we lost Quentin Grimes at the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? So you're talking about 4 guys not starting the lineup this year that didn't even play. And last night, 2 of them was out. RJ and Brunson, RJ and Mitchell Robinson. So, if you take everything into totality and all the variables that's with this thing, we missed some games, but we shot bad from the free throw line that we should have just won. You know what I mean? The team, I think this is a good team. I just think that we just got to fill that void, man. Let's go in there and fight to get into the second round. And then we lose in the second round. I'm not mad. I wasn't expecting Knicks to win a championship with this team. I was expecting them to compete though. So that's what they're doing. They're competing. I'm still hopefully I'm still in line for that 45-win season. They just got to find a way to pick up some games and win a couple here and there. But I'm definitely satisfied with the direction of the team, man. I don't have a problem with the way the Knicks is doing right now. 6 in the East, 22 draft picks, first and second round draft picks the next 7 years, whatever. Movable contracts. Nobody on that team is untradeable. They can make a move with anybody. I don't get Randall, Brunson, RJ, anybody is untradeable. I mean, they can be traded. So I think they got a good infrastructure. I think Jalen Brunson changed the whole game for the New York Knicks. I don't care what they do in the next. I don't think the Knicks will change Jalen Brunson. I think he's gonna be a championship point guard. He got to the Western Conference Finals last year with Luka Doncic. Can you imagine? That's why I said if you bring KD here with Jalen Brunson, if Jalen Brunson and Luka can get to the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, I think Jalen Brunson and KD can do just the same in the East. So with Randall and them, so let's see how it goes, man. It's gonna be interesting going down. But I think we good. We set, man. We set no matter what. We got young talent. We playing them all. Everybody young playing. So we can't say they're not playing. Look at what McBride did the other night. Monster game from Deuce McBride the other night. Quentin Grimes, second year in the league, just about played 82 games with the both seasons, starting point guard for the New York, shooting guard for the New York Knicks. RJ just coming to the fourth year. You know what I mean? Mitchell Robinson like his fifth year. I mean, he cast McBride's second year. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Sims second year. I mean, quickly third year. Obi third year. This is a young team, and them cats still sitting up there fighting for the sixth spot. So I'm pretty happy with this team, man, and what the organization did. I know sometimes they might do something boneheaded, but you can't be mad if you take a look at everything in totality. Where the Knicks was 3 years ago, look at where they're at now. We have 21 wins, nowhere. One season, flip it around to 41 wins. Next year, because of injury, we still went 37 with all the injuries with Kemba Walker, Nerlens Noel. Who else was major to us? That was important to us in that team last year. But with another guy to come to me, but we still won 37 games. Now we done brought in somebody that came in here and held the point guard spot down, made Randall better, making RJ take a little bit of pressure for RJ. I love this team because any given night, like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, we got two guys who can get you 20 any given night. Even if one having a bad game, the other two get like last night. RJ, Randall, and Brunson get you 20, like I always say. And if it ain't Randall and Brunson, it might be Randall and RJ, or it might be RJ and Brunson. I like the way Tibbs built this thing, man. Leon Rose, and they just got to get another player and get healthy. Mitchell Robinson come back, headed into the last 20 games of the season, whatever, or 25. If we go out there and give it to Cats, that's what it got to be. That's all it can be. But I hope we do something Thursday, man. I think that'll solidify everything, man. So it was all good, man. Real talk, man. I appreciate you Cats coming in tonight with me, man. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. I'm in the building holding down for my man Shot Powers. Knicks Real Talk game recap. Post game the next day we in here, man. Knicks 108-97 at MSG last night against the Philadelphia 76ers. Played gritty basketball last night and went out there and did what they had to do. So that's all you can ask for from right now with the injuries that we got going on, the flu bug, whatever the case, whatever they have. But good game though. Really was, man. Competitive. Like I said, gave up 35 or something like that in the first quarter. After that, 18 in the second, 26 in the third, and 18 in the fourth quarter. The New York City gritty committee, that defense, bro, that's what's going to get us where we got to go. You know what I mean? We just got to keep playing hard on the defense end. Make it hard on the opponents. Make it hard on them. We can't stop them, but we make it hard on them. And if we could do that, I think we'd be okay. But so salute to the chat, man. Everybody, thank y'all for coming in. Shot Powers, stay blessed, man. Be safe out there. Enjoy yourself. Tell wifey I said, what's good? And that's what it is. Man, I see you guys tomorrow, 5:45. The game is at 7. You know me, 5:45. I'll be in the building. Next we'll talk game day. We ready to get it popping, man. It'll be another interesting game, man. Trap game tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Trap game for sure. Can't go down there and take that thing for granted. And we got to go down there and beat Orlando, man, because them cats going to come out with that young energy tomorrow, man. And I want them cats don't take that for granted tomorrow because them cats are 6 or 4 the last 10 games. They scoring 115.4. We scoring 115. We out rebounding them cats like maybe 47, 48 to 42. But they got a lot of young energy though. A lot of young talent down there, man. Them cats they're gonna be all right in the next 3 or 4 years. They're doing it right down there, man. So we gotta be ready to play. But you know the Knicks though, they on the road, they go hard. They go hard on the road like that, man. So I'm really confident we can go down there and get this thing to get to 29 and 25, be tied with Miami, knowing that we got the Philadelphia 76ers out Friday. So let's see what it do, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all hit them like and subscribe going out the door, man. Tell a friend. Next we'll talk me in the building, man. Divine, Shot Powers. The chat is where it's at. Thank everybody for coming in tonight, man. I know you could be a lot of places, but you're here with me holding it down. I appreciate you. You know what it is, man. So listen, let's get out of here, man. You guys are ready, man. We're gonna have a pop tomorrow, man. 5:45. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it, man. I'm out. Peace.
Time for divine shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for how early we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base, like the links, Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars to shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.